I grew up in a baseball-loving family in New England. The Boston Red Sox were a part of every summer. I think of their games on the radio as the background music of my youth. In 2004, the impossible happened, and the Red Sox won the World Series. Then they won it again in 2007. After that season, my dad invited me to join him at Boston Red Sox Fantasy Camp. The camp is open to anyone as long as they're over the age of 30. It's kind of like going to sleepaway camp for kids, except instead of cabins, we stay in a hotel, and there's beer. Some of the campers are in their 70s and even their 80s. And every year, about 100 souls show up to play, about 80% of them coming back from the last year. Every day, we begin with breakfast at the clubhouse, and on the first morning, we get some coaching from the pros, and we go through some drill stations. Then we all eat lunch together at the clubhouse, and in the afternoon, the veterans play for fun, while the rookies play in a game to get scouted by the coaches. And the teams are chosen that afternoon and announced that evening at dinner. Now, all of our coaches are retired Major League players. Most of them played for the Red Sox. These are the guys who we cheered on and cursed at when they played on the field. They're our heroes, and it's really amazing to meet them. My first year at camp, I was in the dugout when Brooks Robinson, probably the best third baseman to ever play the game, came searching for me and said to me, "I hear you can really hit the ball." Now, I did have my best hit of camp that morning, but it was just amazing for someone like him to compliment me. The next couple days, we play games in the morning and the afternoon for seedings, except Wednesday afternoon we have off to play golf or go to the beach, and it's really awesome, for me especially, having a bunch of kids, to have no responsibilities at all except to have fun until someone makes me dinner. On Thursday and Friday, we play more games in the morning and in the afternoon in a single elimination tournament. And on Friday afternoon, it's the highlight of the week, we get to play against the pros. And although there are a few serious moments during the game, mostly we have fun. One of the highlights for me during camp was when Billy came to bat and I was playing in right field. It was a really windy day, and I snuck my beer out onto right field. Fortunately, I put it down before he hit the ball to me, sort of my area, and I ran and caught it. And it was probably the only ball I caught all week. But because I had the beer, it cost me. Twice a week, we have a kangaroo court at dinner, which we eat together in the dining room most nights. A kangaroo court is when people who've done something stupid in the previous few days get fined anywhere from $5 to $50 for their dumb actions, and it all goes to a local Fort Myers charity. Now, the evenings are just as much fun as the days. My favorite night is karaoke. Now, the first year I went to camp, I didn't sing at all. But by the third year, Jen and I would open the night with the first song. It's kind of like being with your family, like no karaoke I've ever been to before. And then in the afternoons, after we're done playing, we get to hang around, and about once each year, the pros will sit together and tell stories about their playing days and answer questions of us. And usually each year we hear a new story or two, but there's always those kind of stories that's like your uncle tells at Thanksgiving. Every year you've heard it 100 times, but you could hear it 100 more. And about 3 years ago, the camp started sponsoring a group of wounded warriors, soldiers who were injured when they were overseas. And it's been really great to get to meet them. Now, camp is really pretty testosterone heavy. About 8 to 12 women come every year to play, and we have our own little locker room and our own camaraderie. About halfway through the week, some of the wives start showing up, and we have more women around us, and we get a cheering section. And usually the guys are pretty okay with us cheering each other on when we're in the field and another woman is at bat. Oh, this is the wrong slide. It's supposed to be a locker room shot, but it's the wrong one. And often, every afternoon, after we're done playing, we hang around in a corner of the locker room near the lockers we call the swamp, where we have beer and drink mudslides. Now, as much as playing baseball is important, it's also important to get the clubhouse shenanigans that happen in the major leagues. And traditionally, every year we have the 3-man lift, where we take the most obnoxious rookie and we tie him down in there between two others. And one of the women is supposed to pull him, lift them up so they can pull the towels out. But what happens is the veterans roll away and we cover the rookie in food. So the last game of the year is the championship game, and it's awesome to get to play in, but it's also awesome to get to watch because there's always a full bar at the stands. We have the stadium to ourselves and lots of beer as well. Now, I've been lucky enough to get to play in the championship game twice, once with my dad. And although we didn't win that year, there's always next year. And every summer, in conjunction with fantasy camp, we have the opportunity to play a game at Fenway Park. I got to play on the same grass as Dom DiMaggio and Ted Williams, Freddie Lynn, and Manny Ramirez. And when I got to bat, they put my name up in lights. It was really cool. And I got to play with my dad, and my kids came and watched. It was very neat. But the best part about camp of all is that I get to play with my dad. And then we take the time to remember we all need a little fantasy in our lives. It takes some time to be kids, always.